Google's Gemini 3.5 Pro is expected to launch on July 17, landing on the same day China opens its World AI Conference in Shanghai. Adding to the significance, President Xi Jinping is set to attend WAIC in person for the first time since the event began. Gemini's arrival puts it up against a crowded field of rivals including GPT 5.6, Grok 4.5, and Claude Sonnet 5. Leaks suggest the model will ship with a massive 2 million token context window and a premium DeepThink reasoning mode. Ultimately, the launch's real test will be whether Gemini can maintain accurate recall beyond 500,000 tokens, a challenge that has tripped up prior large context releases. The Future of Life Institute has released its 2026 AI Safety Index, and no frontier lab scored better than a C+. Anthropic came out on top with that C+, while OpenAI and Google DeepMind trailed slightly behind with a C each. Meta landed further down with a D+, placing it fourth overall among the labs assessed. Below that, xAI, DeepSeek, and Mistral effectively failed the evaluation. The index grades labs on risk management, transparency, and whether they keep their own safety commitments. And this year's results suggest even the industry's leaders are only doing an average job. Microsoft has shipped its July 2026 Patch Tuesday update, and this round addresses a record 570 security flaws across Windows and related products. The company says internal AI systems helped identify and prioritize a significant share of those vulnerabilities. Among the fixes is a newly discovered zero-day vulnerability that needed urgent attention. The update also resolves long-standing issues tied to secure boot components. Together, the release shows how AI is speeding up vulnerability discovery, even as the overall attack surface keeps expanding. Two young hackers, Owen Flowers, 18, and Thalha Jubair, 20, have been sentenced at Woolwich Crown Court over the 2024 cyber attack on Transport for London. Each received 5.5 years in prison for the breach. The attack had knocked out 148 TfL systems at the time. Its scale forced all 27,000 TfL employees into offices just to get their passwords reset in person. Authorities placed the total losses and recovery costs at £29 million. Both men pleaded guilty on June 22, 2026, the same day their trial was due to start. TSMC delivered its second quarter 2026 earnings on July 16, a report the entire chip sector was watching closely. It came off a strong first quarter, where revenue had already climbed about 41% year-over-year to $35.9 billion. Heading in, the company had guided for second quarter revenue between $39 billion and $40.2 billion, roughly 32% growth. Momentum looked even stronger in June, when monthly revenue jumped 68% year-over-year, the fastest pace seen all year. Because TSMC manufactures the chips for NVIDIA and AMD, its results act as a direct proxy for how strong AI hardware demand really is. Investors were watching its capital spending plans just as closely, since that figure is considered the clearest signal of how much AI chip capacity is coming next. Meta has launched its business agent platform worldwide, giving enterprises a new way to build and deploy AI agents at scale. These agents can be deployed directly across WhatsApp, Messenger, and Instagram, tapping into Meta's massive messaging footprint. The launch comes in the same week Meta scored a D+ in the 2026 AI Safety Index. Even so, the move positions Meta to compete for enterprise workloads against rivals that are bundling agent tools into their own cloud platforms. It reflects a broader industry pattern of AI-first business messaging becoming a standard enterprise offering. The open-source coding assistant Kilo has moved to a new steward, with the GitHub repository and its developer community passing to the new owner. The project already serves more than 3 million developers. It processes nearly 10 trillion tokens every month, giving a sense of its scale. Part of its appeal is access to over 500 AI models from more than 60 vendors in one place. That popularity shows in its GitHub numbers too, with over 26,000 stars and 3,000 forks. The new owner has committed to keeping Kilo open source while adding further investment into the project. Chinese robotics maker Unitree has unveiled the GD01, a giant transforming mecha robot capable of smashing through walls. It carries a price tag of $650,000, a sharp jump from the company's usual affordable robot dogs and humanoids. The launch signals Unitree pushing further upmarket with heavier, more dramatic machines. Timing-wise, it arrived the same week Unitree secured approval for a Shanghai stock listing. That listing is valued at roughly $619 million. Together, the two moves mark a notable step up in both Unitree's product ambitions and its capital market profile. South Korea has announced a sweeping 10-year plan, committing roughly $880 billion to AI infrastructure. A large share, about $518 billion, is earmarked for memory chip factories. Alongside that, roughly $550 billion is allocated toward building out AI data centers. The plan also sets a concrete power target of 8.4 gigawatts of data center capacity by 2029. On the robotics side, South Korea wants to grow its humanoid robot market share from just 1% today to 20% by 2028. The announcement lands in the same week that rival nations are rolling out their own major AI governance and investment moves, underscoring the intensifying global race. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more content and stay updated with the latest technology news.